What is up, everybody? Jay now here to do a quick UFC recap of last night's event, UFC Nashville, Tennessee. It was a great event. I hope you saw it. I actually did predictions for the entire card, all 6 fights on Twitter and Instagram. I got it out about a half hour before the event started. A lot of you guys did see. I told you have to follow me everywhere. Please remember, you have to follow me everywhere. So how did I do? I got 4 out of 6. Good night for me, and a great night, period, in fights. I haven't seen the prelims yet, but I know Fight of the Night came from there, so I still gotta watch that. Anyway, let's get into it, though. Real quick, starting off, I did not get this pick. First up, I chose JJ Aldrich to beat Macy Barber. She did not. She won the first round. She started off great, stunned her quickly, knocked her down. She got back up. She basically was tagging her. She was forward pressuring. She was controlling the tempo the whole 9. She totally won the first round. Second round, Macy was like, okay, I'm done with this now. She came forward. She's very physically strong and very powerful. She has a good chin, and she basically walked through the shots and just imposed her will, knocked her back, caught her with some good shots, and TKO'd her clack, 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 against the fence. Ref stopped the fight. She is one to watch. Super young, I think 23, something like that. Macy Barber. Check her out. Who do you think she should fight next? Now, next up, I got this pick. I chose Luis Pena to beat Steven Peterson, and he did. Unanimous decision. The first round went to him. He had the range on him, and he missed weight. He missed weight. He had the range, though, and he basically sat back and fought in rage. When Steven was able to get his hands on him, try to take him down, he would use submission attempts like the Kimura and all of that to reverse the situation, get back up or mount some ground and pound himself. Second round went to Peterson. I believe you can make that case. He was when he was actually able to take him down and mount his own offense. Third round, much of the same, except for worse. I actually thought there was moments where Luis was going to finish him. Had he worked with more kicks and things of that nature, I think he could have taken the steam off of him earlier, because he started that in the third round. If he started that in the first round, I think he could have finished him. Good win for Luis Pena. He apologized for missing weight. Who do you think he should fight next? And he is a featherweight now. Next up, I got this pick. I chose John McDessie to beat Jesus. Oh no. I'm going out of order. I'm sorry, but let's just go ahead and talk about that since I already started. This was not next, but he did beat Jesus Benito. I got this pick. Jesus took this fight on a short notice. He was tall and lanky. I thought if he fought at range, John would be in trouble, but he actually did not. This was probably the lull of the main event. The crowd was booing a bit. Not that it was lackluster, it's just that we had seen such explosiveness through the other fights, so it was a slow start for both of them. Took them a while to fill each other out, find their range, and then McDessie was fighting more, mounting more of an offense, trying more, so he won that first round, but nothing really happened. Second round, more of the same. Third round, they just got progressively more and more active. Second round, Jesus put together a little flurry at the end, which could have stolen that round, because again, it was a little action, but again, all 3 judges in favor of John McDessie. I totally agree. Who do you think he should fight next? Now let's go back actually to the fight I skipped. I did not get this pick. I chose Deiveson Figueiredo to beat Jussier Formiga. He did not. Formiga, I believe, is the run he's on right now in that flyweight division. He basically was able to take him down, ground and pound, wear him out. Deiveson had his moments up standing. He tried to mount his offense, but it really wasn't enough. He didn't quite have enough tools. I think he's still young. He's still new to this, and I think he's still a couple of years off. Jussier is a vet. He looked like a vet in this fight. Afterwards, he called out Henry Cejudo. He's like, no, you haven't fought me. Come back now, because we got a new champ of the flyweight division, and he hasn't. I mean, he's been beaten by some of the flyweights. Demetrius Johnson wasn't beaten by anybody. So he's got fights. We need to keep this flyweight division alive. There is exciting fights. The guys are trying. Give him another year. We got a new champ. We got a fresh look. Come on, let's give him another year, all right? So he called out Henry Cejudo. Who do you think should be next for him? Next up, I got this pick as well. We're to the co-main event. I chose Curtis Blades to beat Justin Willis, and boy, did he mollywopped him with the wrestling. He ragdolled him with the wrestling from round 1 through round 3, from minute 1 to minute end. He totally controlled this fight, able to take down Justin Willis in the first round. He got me tongue-tied. I mean, Justin Willis is a big boy. He's a heavyweight. He was flowing him around. DC-esque. He was legs in the air. I mean, that big old boy flying through the air multiple times. He actually broke a record for the most takedowns in heavyweight history, okay? He also clocked him on the feet in the second round and actually knocked him down with the hands as well. Of course, he has that wrestling base. Curtis is young. I believe he's like 23, 26, 27. For a heavyweight, he's even younger because they mature later. He starts putting together them hands, some more tools, some kicks. That mind start going. He already moves a little fast. He was able to keep his emotions under control and all of that until afterwards he was like, Big Titty, go home. Big Titty, work on your wrestling, because Justin Wilson's nickname is Big Pretty. So afterwards, he let all that emotion go from all that trash talking that he did not do throughout the build up to this fight. He just let Justin kind of do all of the talking, and he let that out. So who do you think should be next for Curtis Blades? He says he wants either JDS, Stipe, or somebody who I believe is hurt. Someone else, he said, Derek Lewis. But Derek Lewis, I believe, is hurt. So who do you think should be next for Curtis Blades, who I believe does have future champ potential? Again, he's crazy young for a heavyweight. Now, main event, and I got this pick. And I told you in my prediction video, because I did a little video on, again, Twitter and Instagram, that I was picking against my better judgment, because on paper, Wonder Boy should win, but I'm going with my heart, which was Showtime Pettis debuting in the welterweight division, and I was right. Mr. Anthony Showtime Pettis beat Mr. Stephen Thompson, Wonder Boy. They both got amazing applause coming out, because they're actually both from around that area. I believe that Anthony's from Milwaukee, and Wonder Boy is from South Carolina, which I didn't realize. I thought he was a New York boy, but although you ain't got the accent. Anyway, but so they're coming out. Wonder Boy having the reach and the length was controlling this first round. He totally won the first round. He bloodied Anthony Pettis in the first round. He kept him at range, that jab, jab, jab. But I kind of saw what Anthony was doing, and even so did the commentators as well. He was taking apart them legs. He had both of Wonder Boy's legs red on the inside and the outside. He was kicking the back leg, coming across the legs. These were some tricky kicks, man. Even for Anthony Pettis, he was just smart with them kicks. He was taking his time. He was dragging this out. He was going to break him, take his wheels out, and then go forth with the boxing. I was getting worried, though, because he was getting busted up so much taking his time. He started to bleed profusely. Blood was going into his mouth. He was breathing with his mouth open. So I was like, I understand you got the long game going, but you might need to speed it up a bit, okay? So we go into the second round after Wonder Boy has totally won the first. Not by 2, but won the first. More of the same in the second. Wonder Boy's doing the same, except for Anthony's coming forward a little bit more. He's got a little bit more hands now. He's fighting. He's engaging more. He's going shot for shot with the kicks, all of that. So we're seeing more of a fight, but Wonder Boy is still winning until Wonder Boy is pushing him back up against the cage with the offense. Anthony bounces off the cage with his back, jumps forward, not kick off the cage, but he jumps forward, Superman punch, right hook sort of situation. Blow! Wonder Boy drops 2 more shots. Blow! Blow! Knocks Wonder Boy all the way out. Sleep. Okay? And I believe it was the first time. Afterwards, Wonder Boy was still stunned. Devastating knockout. We've seen a couple of these in a row now. Devastating knockout from Anthony Pettis debuting in the welterweight division. He said he felt great, and I don't think he got injured after this. I love Showtime. He comes in, gives us one of the fights of the years, and then he's injured and out for a year, but it looks like he was okay, so maybe this is the right move for him. I hope so. Great debut from Anthony Pettis. He said he wants nobody but above him. He just took out number 4. Give him what he wants. Who do you think should be next for Mr. Anthony Showtime Pettis? Let me know how you did on all of your picks. Any injury updates, of course. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all of that, because as you see, when I can't get to them because my schedule's so crazy and these events are early and all of that right now, I get them out on Twitter and Instagram real quick right before the event, 2 hours before the event, early in the day, such and such. So you have to follow me everywhere. So again, talk to me. Subscribe, like. I'm on Snapchat now. Subscribe, like, talk to me. Take care, and goodbye.